Hey my friends, welcome back to another video. It's not really often that we have two such a special dates in a row. Today is 11th October, which brings us 111, 111, and through numerology it brings us a powerful message of independence and motivation. It reminds us of the importance of the new beginnings when we are working on ourselves, so we can transmit them, so we can generate those new beginnings and create kinda impact on our environment. And it also reminds us of the importance of releasing the old energy, releasing our old selves, letting go of our old selves so we can move on and thrive as the new selves. And there is actually a great quote which is saying, to find your best self, you must lose your weak self. And to me it represents to lose our weak self, to actually embrace our weaknesses. So today we will be talking a lot about that because it's time to embrace our weaknesses. Many people are afraid to embrace their weaknesses. And for example, when it comes to workouts, usually when we find out that we have a weak muscle, when there are certain exercises which are improving our weak muscles, we rather avoid them and we go to the exercises at which we're good at which we feel strong. Because it's uncomfortable to work on our weaknesses. But sooner we start working on our weaknesses, sooner we get stronger in this area. So we embrace it, so we can balance our lives, we can balance our energy. Or as on the West would say, we can balance our chi, our vital life force. So it's a great opportunity, my friends, to embrace our weaknesses. If you can recognize weaknesses in your life, it's truly a powerful level of awareness already. It's such a powerful level because not many people are even aware of their weaknesses. But still they are broadcasting them every single day unconsciously. So sometimes we are angry, sometimes we are afraid, sometimes we are stressed, sometimes we are competing with others, sometimes we are judging and comparing and all those different things just because we are not embracing our weaknesses. So we see that if each action is causing a reaction, and if we are acting out of judging others, if we are acting out of fear, out of anger, out of frustration, we are creating a reaction which is creating our reality. And because we are not embracing our weaknesses, our reality is not the way we would like it to experience, we would like it to be. And many people, because they are not aware of their weaknesses, they are not aware why the reality is not the way they would like it to be. So it's a great moment, my friends. As yesterday we were talking a lot about rebirth, we were talking a lot about second chances, rising beyond limitations, creating new purpose. It's so important when or while we are walking through that journey to find the spots within us, the greater awareness of ourselves. To find your best self, you must lose your weak self. This is so powerful. And truly, my friends, don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid or don't think that you're a bad person when you recognize that maybe you're not good at talking with people, maybe you're not good at expressing yourself, maybe you're not good at being honest, maybe you're not good at being kind or being grateful, or maybe you're not good at a certain craft. Many times people are saying to me like, I would love to start painting, but I'm just not good at it. Well, It's your weakness. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person because of that. It doesn't mean that you're not talented enough because of that. It just means that you've found out your weakness. It's a first step towards change. Now it's time to embrace it. And if we want to embrace it, we firstly need to find out, is it important to me? Is improving myself important to me? Can I see myself in the future as an evolved version of myself? If yes, how I'm evolved? Because there's also another quote by German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, something like that. He said that most people take their limits of their visions to be the limits of the world. A few do not join them. So this quote is really saying to us to unlimit your perception of your future. Unlimit your vision of the future. And it means that when we're thinking about our future, that we're not thinking about it through the memories of our past. That we actually see the greatest possibilities for ourselves. Because we can only become what we are able to see. We can only become what we are able to see, my friends. If your perception is limited, if your vision of the future is limited, you will not be able to go beyond that until you will unlimit your perception. So, how to unlimit your perception? If you think that creating more wealth is impossible for you, if you think that unleashing your talents is impossible for you, if you think that finding the love of your life or finding the greatest possible people which can support you is impossible for you, then it's your reality. But you can reverse that. You can find stories which can empower you, which can bring you that glimpse of inspiration, which can remind you of what is already within you. But because of all the programming and hypnosis by society, that we are so little, that we are so limited, that we are so unworthy, we think that this is real. But the truth is, when we were kids, we thought that everything is possible. And we just need to get back to that state where not that we think that everything is possible. Through these videos, many times we can get that way of thinking. We think everything is possible, but we still don't believe it. We need to know that everything is possible, because the person who knows that everything is possible is walking that knowing, is walking that way. That person has embodied that knowledge, that wisdom. If we just think that everything is possible, but don't actually believe that, we will not change much. We will say, when we will be watching those kind of videos, we'll say, oh yes, that's true, but our life will not change. We need to embody it. And how to embody it? Work on that every single day. Keep improving yourself. Keep doing the things that you're afraid of. Keep doing the things that feels kinda uncomfortable until you will find out that, well, you are actually getting better and better. Because whatever we are working consistently, we will become better at it. And if we are consistently working on being more loving, being more kind, being more compassionate, for example, or being more creative, we will just become better at it. And we can do it through any kind of thing. Whatever you're doing, you can bring it on. You can bring it into that sphere of whatever you're doing. So this video is dedicated a lot to your future self. Because you're actually to yourself, which is looking to your future. Because your future self is already there. into any kind of future you're looking at. You're placing your future self there. And if you can just see more evolved future self of you, you're able to get there. So it's great to be reminded about that. And when we're walking towards that future, something magical can happen if we trust that the highest and wisest part of ourselves is actually guiding us. Because many times we let ourselves be guided by fears, be guided by anger, be guided by all the states which are actually pulling us back, that we forget about the wisest part of ourselves, the greater part of ourselves. We all have achieved something amazing in our lives, something beautiful, something extraordinary. But it's much easier to forget those things than to forget what maybe we did wrong, or what we think we did wrong, or, traumas, painful experiences. It's easier to remember that. But if we just remind ourselves of the things that we've achieved, that we've experienced, that we've created until now, we can recognize that we've not created it because we were guided by fear. We've created it because we were guided by hearts. So if we will let our hearts guide us to the future, we will just be able to create more of that. And there's actually a way to achieve that. On HeartMath Institute, they found out a really fast way to heart coherence. And heart coherence happens when we put our hearts back into that rhythmical way, where we are not afraid anymore, we are not stressed anymore. And because hearts are influencing the brain, as the brain is influencing the heart, also brain will be more coherent state. Heart coherence, brain coherence, as Dr. Joe Dispenza is talking a lot about that, and Greg Braden, Dr. Bruce Lipton, and there's many great scientists and doctors now talking and teaching about that. On HeartMath Institute, they found out that if we are practicing awakening emotions of appreciation, emotions of care, emotions of gratitude, those are the most powerful emotions to calm down your heart, to get back into that rhythmical state. And the magic happens when we get into that rhythmical state, into that coherent state. We become connected back with our internal intelligence. We become connected back with our imagination, with our creative power. So, if every single day we sit down, we go into meditation, and we just think about what can we appreciate in our lives, what can we be grateful for, what we care about, and we think people that care about us and how we care about the world, the animals, the plants, the universe, everything which is surrounding us, including ourselves. We care about ourselves, we care for ourselves and for others. We will get into that calm state. Maybe you can already feel it right now. If you're connecting and resonating with my vibration right now, with my energy, you can feel it already. This is that beautiful state which inspires us to become a better person, to become a better version of yourself, so you can bring more of your uniqueness to the world, because we all can agree right now that the world needs more of that energy, of that calmness, of that coherence, where more and more people are actually expressing their creativity in a loving, kind way. We all need that. So I want to encourage you today with this message to keep up on doing that. Keep up on that process, keep up on that journey. And I want to say thank you as well, because on yesterday's video there was so much love in comment section, so much love, and I want to say thank you from my heart, because It's truly beautiful to see how many people are waking up that greater part of ourselves. So let it guide you. When you write in the comments love, also let that love guide you. Let that love be generated from the depths of your heart. Let it shine brighter. Because love is not just something beautiful we say, or something beautiful we think, or something beautiful we write. Love is something powerful we feel, which is actually uplifting us. So the next step will bring us to a better version of ourselves. So the next step will create something more beautiful, more profound. So the next step will reveal something which was unseen before for ourselves. So the next step will teach us something we need to know about ourselves and about the world around ourselves. That's love. So it means that love is not always just beautiful and kind and you know, all those positive things. Love is also teaching us how to embrace pain, how to recognize something evil and transform it into good, how to not blame something but rather learn from it and become better than it, so we can project that transformation back to it so it can change as well. For example, you find people which are always angry and always projecting that anger to others, and you learn that they are going through something, and the best way to help them is to be kind to them. Not the way that they draw all your energy, but just be kind. Just, you know, express gratitude or something and go on. Maybe it will change their day, or maybe not, but you will feel better because you're not judging them anymore. So there's a lot of power in that inner work, and this is it for today, my friends. I'm sending you all love, blessings and power. I hope you've enjoyed today's painting. The seed of life. The seed of life is reminding us that each of us is a seed which holds within an infinite potential. That infinite potential can only grow if we are taking care of it, if we are consistently reminding us of it, if we are cherishing it, if we are, you know, watering it, working on it, developing it, practicing it, so we can become it. This is powerful, my friends. Stay connected with your truth, be grounded, express gratitude, have fun, have a beautiful day, and see you soon. One love.